What's up, everybody? Welcome to 3D Rivals, your first line of defense against stupid movies. My name is DJ, and as always, I'm joined by my co-host, my sister Devora.
What's up?
And my brother Derek.
What's up?
And today we are going to be talking about the man called U.N.C.L.E.
That's not the name of
The
movie.
man from U.N.C.L.E. I had the name of the movie, and then Derek threw me off because he said it. He said it wrong.
But I wasn't going to say it wrong on the podcast.
The Man from U.N.C.L.E. 2015 movie starring Henry Cavill and
Armie Hammer.
Armie Hammer. There we go. And the lady, I forget her name, the actress. I've seen her in stuff.
I don't know her name.
She's been in stuff. I don't know.
She has been in stuff.
Yeah. So it's a spy movie set in whenever Germany was split. What time was that?
It was in the
50s,
60s.
60s?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
So we have East and West Germany.
During the Cold War.
Yes. And interesting enough, it's about an American and a Russian spy working together because they have to stop Nazis again.
Yes, because a guy had built a nuclear weapon. So for the greater good of the world, Russia and America work together.
Someone besides Russia and America. Let's clarify. Someone besides the U.S. and Russia had built a nuclear weapon.
Yes.
And so they had to be stopped. So, yeah, that's the premise of the movie, basically. Is they work together. It's not a serious movie.
No, it's definitely more comedy than...
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't call it a comedy, but it's more lighthearted.
Yeah, it was a lot of lighthearted
Yeah.
stuff. There was a lot of scenes. I think you get to where Cavill's, like, there's, like, jokes and innuendos and stuff like that. So... It's not when you think spy movie, you're kind of thinking of like darker and more grittier or whatever. And this wasn't that.
No.
Yeah. I will say like his wittiness and lines were like on the lines of like James Bond.
Wait, who was we're gonna be jumping way ahead. Well, okay, let me not do this. Let's talk about. Well, we said what the premise of the movie was. And
Right.
The story
That is the premise. Yes.
is So they pick up someone who is related to the scientist. It's his daughter, the
Yes.
scientist that is being forced to develop this nuclear weapon, and they pick her up from East Germany.
Yes.
East Germany. Yes.
And she's a mechanic.
Yeah. And then they need to escort her to meet her uncle so they can figure out where her father is. And that is the movie, right?
Yes.
Okay. And so we have the measuring contest between Henry Cavill and Armie Hammer, basically.
Right.
Yeah.
Two spies.
That's the best for their
Right. They don't really get
country.
along. They
Yeah.
have different methods of solving problems. And it's basically, I know what I'm doing. I don't need your help. I'm better at this than you are. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah. Because it's like Cavill's character, Napoleon Solo.
Dumbest name in the earth.
Yes.
Like who? Stupid.
He's
So
more
sorry for any
finesse.
Napoleon solos out there. There is one Napoleon solo out there.
There's probably
and he
someone the
hates-
last name Solo.
And he hates his name.
Right?
I don't blame you. You should hate your name.
So he's more of like finesse and plan through something. And whereas the other guy is more rough and just like, oh, I'm just going to beat up everybody in the room and that's how I'm going to get through it. So it's like they bump heads with
paralysis
that.
slap he did.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he was just like,
Like he just walked up behind someone and like slapped him, but he didn't fall. Like he got knocked out, but he didn't fall, so he was standing unconscious.
yes,
I'm like,
Pretty cool move.
yes.
yeah, I'm like, oh,
Yeah. He got to work on that hand twitch though. Like when he get mad, it's
oh yeah, his hands twitching. Oh yeah.
yeah. And like can I touch on like how he didn't know how to be like a secret spy?
Oh,
Because he was supposed to like allow himself to get robbed because they were testing him. And
he couldn't allow himself to
He
get
couldn't
robbed.
allow-
Well, he said a Russian architect would have fought. A Russian spy would have killed them. So he said he's still in the clear there. Right?
Yeah, okay.
Say no to that.
Yeah.
Well,
No offense to any architects out there.
I mean, I know a lot of
I
architects.
mean, he was a big architect.
That was another glaring.
Oh, wait, there's no big
But yeah,
architects
no
out there?
architects work out. Are you trying to say like
Look.
Dude was huge.
there are no fit engineers? Is that what you're telling me? As
As the engineer over here, she's thinking
so there are
about
no
it.
engineers at your job that are fit. In the entire world, there
No,
has to be some.
I'm sure there are. I'm pretty sure there are some non-nerdy architects. I don't know any, but I'm sure they exist.
That deadlifts.
Look,
Dude,
You
deadlifts.
got a lot of free time, man. You got an in-home gym. Hey, that's like saying there are no fit gaming YouTubers, and that's not true.
No, I'm sure that's not true. I mean, there's always stereotypes for engineers and architects and stuff, but that's not true. That's why it's a stereotype, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't be hating. So he was a fit architect
Hmm.
with a. I mean, it wasn't a good plan. You have a Russian architect that's super buff that is now getting married to this East German girl
Mm-hmm.
whom he just broke out of East Germany.
Yeah.
That's
And they don't like
it's suspect. Like it's super
pretty obvious.
suspect.
Yeah, and it's like they don't like the relationship either because of, no one likes Russia.
Well, this was World War II.
After
It's
World War
after
II, because
World
it takes
War II.
place in 1960.
Yeah. So, but no, Russia fought against Germany, right? So, like,
Yeah, they're on opposite sides.
Yeah.
It just didn't make sense. One thing, I guess it might be a nitpick, but
Mhm.
the relationship between him and man, I forget her name, the East German lady. Man, we really
Gabby.
That is Gabriella a German name?
How you're assuming it's short for Gabriella? Could be short for
Okay, that's
something
true.
else.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But yeah, Gabby Teller.
That doesn't
That's
sound
not German.
at all. Gabby Teller?
That's her name.
If I heard that, I'm like, yeah, that's straight up American. I mean, maybe British,
Yeah.
Gabby Teller.
Now all of our German fans are gonna yell
Hey,
us in
yeah,
our comments.
right.
Last name
Yeah,
Teller
we
is.
talking about stereotypes. You don't know what German names are.
Yeah.
But we're talking about in 1960. I don't know. I guess that's wrong. I'm sorry.
we're doing horrible
I'm
right
sorry.
now.
I actually like Germany. I want to visit there. It seems a cool place.
Mhm.
But their relationship, which seemed to be like having like this kind of budding romance in between, didn't really seem right to
Well,
me.
I think it's because the co-stars had zero chemistry with each other.
Mhm.
So it's like I don't buy that them working together puts them into a relationship. It's just you look at that and just like there's no way she falls for that guy.
And then,
Yeah.
especially since
I don't
starting
feel
off, she
like-
really didn't like him.
Yeah.
Because he tried to kill her.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden, just one night, and it's just like, oh, we're going to pretend to be together, but now I'm going to get drunk and dance, and then we can make out. Like,
Yeah,
what?
it's a little weird.
But they
Yes.
didn't make out though. She passed out.
But she would have.
I guess
I
blame
mean-
it on the alcohol.
Look, you can
Can
blame
I?
it.
But
if it wasn't for copyright,
looked
I
at-
would definitely insert that song.
I mean,
Can I do like 2 seconds?
yes, you can. Just do the alcohol parts.
Right. I think it was purposely like that because of how he is. That it was purposely supposed to come across as awkward because he is.
Right. Like, I get you can fall for an awkward person.
Mhm.
I'm saying she does not fall for that awkward
Oh
person.
no,
Yeah.
no. But
Yeah,
I mean,
people-
we can say that in a lot of stories.
Well, I just feel like if you're going to have a relationship in a movie, then the people need to have a natural chemistry with each other.
Yeah.
Like, I could see her with Cavill.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I could have seen that. Oh, Henry Cavill.
Yeah.
I'm like, his character.
Yeah.
I mean, but I guess it's Henry Cavill, so maybe I'll let go. Like with the desk clerk,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
and he's
There's
like,
plenty
well,
to do in 5 minutes.
no, he's like the champagne. It would be a shame to drink it alone. I'm like, yo, is that sexual harassment, bro?
Definitely. But didn't we say this on a podcast? I think when we did the James Bond podcast.
Uh-huh.
If you're good looking,
You get away with it,
these
yes.
things.
Well, I guess
Yes.
it's not harassment if she's fine with
Right,
it.
she was fine with
It
it.
is still second. You assume that she would have said, "Well, yes."
Well, he no,
And he did
no,
it
he
twice.
made a suggestion,
Mm-hmm.
and if he continued after her denied
Then
abandonment,
it's
Now,
a
well,
wrap.
didn't she say
then
no at
that's
first?
harassment.
Because then she say, "What do you think is going to happen here? Or some trash?" And
Right, and he
Well, she said no. She denied it at first
Mhm.
by saying, "Oh, I'm still working," but then she followed up with,
I get off.
"But I
in
get
five
off in
at
5 minutes," which is a clear indication of
that she was
hit me up
willing,
in
right,
5 minutes.
right, and he was like, "Well, there's plenty that we can do in 5 minutes."
And then he's talking about filling in the gaps of what's the name's art
Mhm.
and stuff. And
Mhm.
then she gonna end the conversation. It's like, oh, then we could talk about you filling in my voids.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's all right then, I guess.
Yeah, that was definitely some straight up James Bond moments like
She
that.
was
Yeah.
in. So who is she? She's the leader. She's the Nazi person.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
I can't. Velucci.
I
Velgalucci.
I think you were close to the first time.
Gira?
Oh.
No, not her first name. Whatever.
His last
Her first name
because
was
her husband
Victoria.
was the Italian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, her first name was Victoria.
Okay, so Victoria. So she's a bad guy. That actress was in stuff too. I don't know why I can't remember her name.
Mhm. I'm glad you guys were prepared for this.
The Crown.
I didn't watch The
You're watching
Crown.
The Crown?
No, I am
No,
not
clearly
watching
you're
The
watching
Crown.
The Crown.
Yeah,
No,
that's why
Clearly.
the first thing you said
Well,
was
it's
The Crown. He's like, oh yeah, that girl from The Crown that I watched.
Yeah.
You see people's faces on.
Nah.
Yep.
I don't
Okay.
know anyone who's in that show.
I actually cannot think of anybody from The Crown.
Nope.
That's where she's
I
from.
barely know what's it about.
Britain. Like, come
He said it's
on.
about Britain.
Wait, no, it's about Queen Elizabeth, ain't it?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
See? You
Yes.
just said Britain.
Well, is that
Yeah.
not the same?
Oh. All right, so I clicked on her name. You would know this. She played you seen Everest, right? No? You haven't seen Everest?
I have
About Mount Everest?
I was
The-
like, is the movie about the mountain?
yeah,
no,
about people climbing up.
No, I've not
No,
seen it.
Oh, she played the
It's
main
not my
character.
cup of tea.
She played the
Nah.
main character's wife in
Oh.
Everest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Definitely don't know.
She
who
also
Gabby.
plays Aisha in Guardians of the Galaxy.
There we go. Oh, it's the same one. She's the one from Tenet.
I was
Yeah.
going to say Tenet, and I was
She
like,
look-
no, that's not the same person.
Okay, I don't mean
2015,
to
she
be
was exactly
bad,
the same.
Yeah.
but she looked better in this movie.
Okay,
No? Okay.
Who cares?
Okay.
she's actually a pretty young actress, I think. And
She
yeah.
actually is really young.
yeah,
But she's
she's a good
super
actress.
tall, though.
She is.
she's very tall.
She is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she was in Cloverfield Paradox.
No
Well,
one
nobody
watched
watched
that.
that.
No one watched that.
it.
Except
No.
for him, apparently. He watched
No.
it after he watched The Crown.
Yeah. He
No,
watched The
I
Crown,
didn't-
and then he watched.
Now I'm
Watch
looking at the
Clover-
list of the movies she was in. Don't try to- Okay.
Look, it's okay. It's all right to like what you like.
Yeah.
It's nothing's wrong with that.
I have not. watched.
She's 6'3".
Yeah, no, she's taller than Cavill.
She's also 32, so she's. I'm not going to continue that sentence.
Wow, she
Yeah.
plays
So,
Princess Diana in The Crown. Huh.
No one cares.
You knew that already.
No,
Why
I
did-
didn't.
Why did you just pretend like you
Apparently
looked
he
it
didn't
up?
know. I assumed she was playing Queen Elizabeth.
Actually-
but what do I know?
Actually, man, she's kind of tall to be playing Princess Diana.
She's
isn't
tall to
she?
be playing anybody in real life. How many
Yeah,
6'4" women
she's
you
tall.
know?
Well, how can she be too tall to play a real life person when she's a real life person?
Because there's like 2 6'4" women in the world, and she's one of them.
That doesn't play basketball.
Right.
Yeah.
Actually, I like her as an actress, and a lot of the roles she's played, I thought she did a pretty good job in.
She was.
I liked her
super
in this
annoying
movie.
Tenet.
And she was annoying,
Yes.
but she fit the role.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I liked her in this movie though.
Yeah. No, I'm just keep thinking of her as Aisha. And they steal from us. No. Okay. Yeah. So I mean, Henry Cavill in this movie was just being the regular Bond, I guess,
Mhm.
in getting everyone. I guess.
Yeah.
Really? You didn't work
Yeah.
that hard for it.
I knew that the front desk clerk was going to double cross
She did
him.
also give him a look. What, the front desk clerk?
I thought she was
Double-crossed
going.
him? When did that
How
happen?
did the
She
front
used Victoria used her to get information from him.
When?
She said it
Were we
when.
watching the same movie?
Yes, she said it to him when they were talking when he got drugged.
No, the girl double crossed them, not the front desk
Gabby.
girl.
Gabby.
She was talking about Gabby.
Yeah.
Yes.
They clearly showed
How
that
did you
in that
miss an
scene
entire
that Gabby
thing that the main
double-crossed them.
character double crossed
Yes,
them?
I know that.
Speaking of which, guys, Gabby double crosses them, and
Oh yeah.
it turns out
She was also a spy.
she was also a spy. Well, not really. She got recruited by the British
Right.
secret agent. Is that MI6 or MI5?
Oh,
Whatever.
wait. I thought she was CIA and
No,
Cavill's
Cavill's
CIA.
CIA.
She was MI6. Then.
So you got CIA, KGB, and MI6.
Okay.
And they're gonna form the team U.N.C.L.E.
Yes, the United.
Yeah, they
I
showed
forgot.
it at the end.
I like okay, because I mean the entire movie. I'm like, well, what the heck is Uncle?
United Network Command for Law Enforcement.
Okay, you just really wanted to spell uncle. That don't even make sense. But okay, so yeah, I was like throughout the movie, I'm like,
Yeah,
why
I
is
was
this
waiting.
called the Man from U.N.C.L.E? If
Yeah.
he works for the CIA, I thought U.N.C.L.E was gonna be like the super secret agency or
Yeah,
whatever.
or like
They don't even become part of that until the movie ends.
Yeah, I feel like the biggest problem with this movie is lack of character development.
Mm-hmm.
It's just I kept wanting to know more about these people, like who like they give Cavill a little brief snippet, but then that's it. And then we learn most of the stuff about the characters at the end when the credits is rolling, and you can read like the dossier on them.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
You
I
think
needed
it
this.
was that because they were hoping to make a series out of it? And
they were hoping to make. A
Oh,
series
you could
out of
tell
this.
they were definitely trying to set up.
That's why it ended the way it did.
Yeah, they were definitely trying to set up a series that just didn't work. And I think one of the reasons that it didn't work is that I think for a spy movie, it kind of fails at being a spy movie.
Yeah. And I'm not to say it's not an entertaining quote unquote movie.
Yeah.
But like as a spy, no. And I don't think it's worthy of a series either,
No, it could have been like, it's just, you can keep all the comedy, but I felt like when we were looking for the spy stuff, they kind of glossed over it. And then when it was time for action, they glossed over that. And I feel like you paid too much attention to, words being spoken about nothing. And, all the innuendos and mini jokes and, oh, Cavill hates armor, or I said armor, Hammer's character. When it's just like, you've missed out about the other part that makes spy movies great. And I think like it started off pretty good with like that action scene and the car chase. And I was like, oh, okay, this is kind of cool. And then it's like every other action scene after that, I felt like they kind of either glossed over it or cut away from it. And I'm like, well, I wanted more from the scene, and then we didn't get it.
Yeah, fair enough.
So that's probably why I didn't succeed. And also it came out around a time where a lot of other movies came out. And I'm sure people would rather see those than this one.
Also that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. There's not much else to the story. She double crosses them, but not really, because she was also a spy agent. Agent. She was also a spy. Yeah, so she was also a spy from Britain, and why did he tell her to double cross them? Oh, so they can actually find her father, who ends up dying anyway.
Yes, who didn't see that coming?
Yeah.
They didn't waste no time though.
Yeah, so but it wasn't that surprising, because when you see Hugh Grant's character, you know good and well they did not just pay Hugh Grant just to be a guy that got bumped into at a party. Like, it didn't make any sense. So I'm like, okay, he's clearly someone important.
You never know, man. There'll be no movies where it's like, why is this high profile person a cameo?
Yeah, like you can cameo in a Marvel movie or James Bond or Star Wars. You're not gonna cameo in a random movie.
Oh yeah, that's true. Okay, yeah. Given that it's just this movie,
it's just this movie.
That's why it was like it's another setup for like they were planning to be more movies because
he was the head of
use these same actors.
Yeah, he was going to be the head of U.N.C.L.E. with those three as the team.
Mm-hmm.
So we get more antics between Henry Cavill and them trying to see who's best, I guess. So we have that. They find her. So now they're trying to save her because, obviously she's captured by the Nazis. And they have to stop the warhead as well, the nuclear warhead that was built by her father.
Mm-hmm.
Now, how come every time when a person gets captured to be tortured, why do they have to talk to them to death?
Man, he gave a backstory, man.
I mean, my goodness.
Yeah. He's like, back in 1920, a young boy was born. I'm like, bruh.
I was thinking, like, did we need this? It was really...
Because he was bullied, he now tortures people. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, we didn't need it.
Bruh.
Yep.
I mean, I think it fits.
And he said he was going to enjoy it, and it was going to. He had pictures, and it was going to be in color for him, though.
It's funny how much of a coward he was.
Oh yeah,
when he got
in the chair. I'll tell you anything you know.
Yeah, I was like, well, that was fast. I didn't even like turn the thing on yet.
Yeah,
I'm like,
but
wow.
my first thought
you
is
can torture people.
Usually, that's how it is, though.
Of course, yeah.
Usually, how it is. Yep.
Yeah. So Cavill's like super brain damaged, right?
Yeah.
Being shocked out, he was getting shocked in the head.
The third by the third shock, he was being shocked for like 6 minutes.
Yeah, you know how these movies go, man. They always.
I mean, but this was a little ridiculous. I'm just
he shocked him for like 6 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't want to be electrocuted, or he went into cardiac arrest. I don't know.
Yeah,
these movies always show people being electrocuted like it has no
and they
effect.
just brush it off.
No burns on him or anything.
Nothing.
It just so happened not to go across his heart. I don't know why.
Yeah.
And then he just walks away to go save somebody. Like,
yes.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
You're in pain.
Yes. I'm telling you, is that jumping through glass or falling through glass?
Oh yeah. Yeah, glass doesn't do anything.
And ramming someone head first into a concrete wall.
Yeah, they always like be stunned by it. But then they start fighting again. I would be done. I'm like,
instant concussion.
If I didn't get knocked out, I'm like,
instant concussion.
I'm done with the fight. You can stop hitting.
Instant concussion. Yeah. You can swing and miss, and you instantly punch through the wall.
Oh yeah,
your
punching
hand is
through
okay.
walls.
And your hand is okay.
As if drywall is just super easy to punch through, like usual drywall.
Yeah,
not no cheap stuff. Like no, it's not that easy, and it particularly hurts.
It can hurt. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's funny. But okay. They had to go to the island to save her.
Mm-hmm.
And then they both received a mission to kill each other to get the nuclear information and bring it back to their respective countries, which they burn after they save her, and they blow up the nuclear weapon, which I'm like, does that not have fallout? But I guess they're on the ocean. Or it didn't activate?
I'm guessing it didn't activate.
Okay.
I guess.
And everyone's happy. Game over. Now they're uncle.
That's another myth, too.
What?
Whenever there's an explosion and they want to get rid of something, they always drop it in water. Like, water is going to be okay.
It would be better.
I mean, I know it's better, but there's still some...
Well, I mean, now you're like, don't eat the fish.
I mean, yeah.
Or drink the water.
And I'm just like... ocean, nobody's drinking it.
You can pull ocean water to drink it.
Yeah, I'm aware, but like...
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying, like, all the time, they just like, this is the saw ball for saw ball.
No.
Let it explode in the water.
No, it's not a saw ball. But I will have to look up the reaction of nuclear bombs in the water.
Yeah. Although, the explosion wouldn't be as big because of the density of water, but
Yeah.
wouldn't the shockwave would go further?
That's what I'm thinking.
The shockwave will be massive.
I was thinking
yeah.
of shockwave
But
and
it's-
possible triggering tsunamis.
But I mean, are you in the
If it's a
middle of
big
the
enough,
ocean?
if it's a
or
big
are
enough
you...
bomb, yes, it could. You're talking
nuclear
about the
bomb?
big ones,
Well, it all depends.
not that
no.
one. Not all nuclear bombs are huge.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, like, where are you on the coast or are you in the middle of the ocean?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I think the biggest one, which Russia has, I'm pretty sure that could cause a weather event.
I don't know.
Because I'm like, Dark Knight Rises.
That would have caused
He
problems.
didn't. No, that's not even. Let's not talk about bringing it in the. No, he put it over the water. Did he even put it in water?
I think it was just over
Over water.
He also didn't eject. I'm just...
He
And he
didn't.
didn't. One, he
He
didn't have
didn't.
enough time to get over the water.
Yeah.
Two, he didn't eject.
Yeah.
So yeah,
So Gotham's gone either way.
Gotham's
Just
gone.
saying.
And
and Batman is gone.
there's still fallout. You don't think the arrow reached that far? Like
It
I don't.
definitely does.
There was
Mhm.
still fallout. He was not far enough away.
No.
But okay. That's a different movie.
Now,
Yeah.
as we nitpick the Dark Knight.
All right. We haven't reviewed Dark Knight, have we? We can put it on the
No,
list.
because I don't want to watch it.
Oh. What? Okay.
It's a good
Because the
movie.
more I watch it, the more I'm just like, I find so many issues with the stuff that happens in this movie.
Okay, Dark Knight Rises is what we were talking about, by the way. But I guess.
Yeah.
Still.
Oh, right. I'm sorry. Yeah, the Dark
Yeah.
Knight Rises. Yeah, the more I watch that movie, the more I'm just like, I have so many issues. There's so many things that just doesn't make sense.
Like how he got from wherever he was into Gotham.
Yes.
Like, how did he
Well,
get
let's
back
talk
to
about
Gotham?
It still had a bat suit.
Wait, we're
'Cause I thought
reviewing
he-
the man from U.N.C.L.E.
That's why we need to watch it so we can have this type of review for that movie.
No.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. So, movie facts.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay. So this was based off a TV show.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it was like a '70s show. It had to be.
Now,
it
was
seems
it
like
based off a book, or it was just a show?
Just a show.
Was it
Okay.
'70s?
1964.
Oh,
Oh, so the story takes
During the
place
Cold
in the
War.
year.
Yes.
Oh,
they
okay.
have a story with the U.S. and Russia working together during the Cold War.
Yo, it was a popular show. I have no idea. I
I
haven't
can
seen it.
see. I can
I don't
believe
know
that,
what's
though.
happening.
Wow, you can see how, because I mean, like, everything was like they're commie and
Yeah,
Well,
but I
like-
think there was like those people that are like really patriotic though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So yeah, it was based off a show. So this movie was basically like the origin story to the show because it tells you how Uncle got started.
Got you.
Oh,
When
okay.
the show was about
Them working together.
them working together.
Okay.
Yes, and it ran into 1968.
Oh,
So it was a pretty successful show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
4 years.
Yes. So apparently they were gonna cast Tom Cruise as
No.
Napoleon. Yep.
No.
Just wrong.
No.
Wrong.
it would have felt
Wrong.
like Mission
He doesn't
Impossible.
have the look, don't get me wrong, Tom Cruise is Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
Right? But again, he's already in Mission Impossible.
It would have felt like Mission Impossible.
And then two,
I think he didn't do it because of
does
this.
he have Tom Cruise has his own kind of swagger.
He does
but
not have that kind of
Henry
charisma.
Cavill kind of swagger.
No,
Yeah.
he
No.
doesn't.
He's not James
No.
Bond as
No.
Right?
know,
No, he. Right.
No, he's not.
yeah.
No.
No.
Yeah.
No, he more like
Well-
closer to like a Jason Bourne.
Well,
than
if you
a
even think
James
about the
Bond.
Mission Impossible movies, right? He's not doing a whole lot of sleuthy spy stuff, right? Like Mission Impossible is like let's see what kind of unbelievable stunt we can do.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And as but
Like climb up a building from the outside.
yeah, like if it's ridiculous, we're gonna do it. But I don't know, sneaking in and doing actual spy stuff,
Yeah.
I don't buy it.
Yeah.
He did have that laser repel from the first movie. Can't forget that. It was the best part of
The
that video
first,
game.
the first
Yeah.
movie is the only one where there were actual spies.
That's true.
I don't know what they are now.
Let's not talk about Mission
Government
Impossible 2.
agents.
Mission Impossible 2 definitely wasn't even spying.
Man, do I hate that movie.
Ugh, so bad. All right.
Do not like that.
Wasn't Tandy Newton? That was Tandy Newton, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So apparently Arnie Hammer and Cavill did most of their own stunts, which I'm
Okay.
like,
Yeah.
not What stunts were in this movie?
I'm like,
And
what,
we-
they fighting for
we
real?
say that.
Like it was like
Because
they
they cut
literally
away.
was throwing each other
What
through
are
the
you talking about? They
bathroom
cut away from all
stalls.
the good action scenes. How
I
am I supposed
say
to know?
we say that, but some of the simplest stuff could be really dangerous. So you know.
Man, look, I wanted to see the fight with the Italian guys in the bathroom. You cut away.
They did cut away from
They
that.
did cut away.
I would have hit them too.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like, get away from the sink.
He's like, I need to use the sink. Use the,
The
ladies.
ladies.
I'm like, excuse me. First of all, do you not see this huge person?
Yeah, that was
standing
my
and you're
thing.
gonna like use the ladies. Like he not gonna
Yeah.
punch you.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, why were y'all so smug?
I don't know.
That didn't make no sense.
Yeah.
Like, why are you so rude?
Yeah,
I was
I
like,
wouldn't have
"Excuse me,
picked
sir."
that fight.
Hmm.
I wouldn't have picked that one.
Yeah. Okay. So as we've stated, it's clearly that they wanted to do a sequel.
Mhm.
They had a planned a sequel, but it did not do well in the box office. So
Okay.
Mm.
Yeah. Because I was
I
like,
think-
as I was watching the movie, I got that feel.
Oh yeah,
Like,
definitely.
throughout the whole
it was
movie.
Well, I would say at the time, and I think you mentioned it, Devana, or Diovana?
Devora.
Devora.
Diovana.
Can't figure out your name already.
But you made something up.
That's someone's name.
All right, there it is. All right.
You're right. It probably is. I
Devora.
apologize.
You mentioned it before. Like there was other stuff out that you probably see before this,
Mhm.
and like I would have waited until this came out on DVD or streaming or something like that before. I
Yeah,
watched
well-
And when I saw like the trailer for this movie at the time that it was coming out, that was my first thought. I'm like, oh, that looks interesting, but I don't want to pay for it at the theaters.
I didn't know this movie existed.
Oh,
Just-
okay.
Had no clue.
Mhm.
I saw it because, you get those things like best movies on HBO right now.
Right. Yeah.
And it was like The Man From U.N.C.L.E. and it was like Henry Cavill was in there. I'm like, I guess I'll watch it. But
we
didn't
are
know. I was
talking
surprised.
about Cavill for James Bond now. So
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
surprised it came out in 2015 because I thought it came out a lot earlier because I haven't heard of it.
It definitely confirmed for me that I'm like, he can play James Bond.
Well, yeah, I think he could play James Bond, although he has a butt chin that I don't really like.
I know you don't like the butt
I
chins.
don't like butt chins.
people have butt chins.
I know, but
And
I
some
just-
people find that attractive.
I do not
Do
find
they?
it attractive.
Oh,
Some people do.
like they actively look for people with butt chins.
I don't know. I don't know if it goes
Like you
that
think
far.
people have like the opposite of this conversation. Like I don't know, he doesn't have a butt chin. though.
Well, it's just, I mean, people like people with dimples, and so it's just like,
Yeah, but
I
a
don't think.
dimple,
A dimple
is
is not the
different
same
than a
as a
butt
butt
chin.
But it's just a dimple in your chin.
But it's not cute. Dimples are cute.
Is that why you don't like Ben Affleck?
His head is big.
Yeah, I was like,
He
that
does
is
have a big
different.
head.
That is
It's
way
completely different.
He does have a big.
I mean,
head.
at least I can say like, okay, yeah, Henry Cavill's a good-looking guy, but I don't like his butt chin.
Yeah.
I don't find Ben Affleck attractive
You know, that was my thing about him being Batman. I was
because
like,
he has
man,
a butt chin.
no, because of his head. I was like, I don't know how he's gonna look in a cow.
Well, they just made him a really big Batman suit. Notice he was the biggest out of all.
And
the
he
Batman.
was the
Was.
biggest out of all the Batmans. Yeah.
He's very athletic and all. I thought that was a really good scene in Batman v Superman in the
Yeah.
warehouse. Yeah. Why do we keep going on tangents about Batman?
I don't know.
Is this a Batman movie? Is this not a Batman movie? We're on a whole different Batman. All right. Well,
All
let's
right.
talk about Michael Keaton. No. Yeah. So yeah, he could play James Bond.
I think so. I think
Yeah.
he'd be a good Bond.
Yeah.
It's another huge one. I don't know. I'm so used to my
Small
Pierce Brosnan's.
Pierce Brosnan wasn't. I mean, you talking about like just size
He
wise
talking
or
about-
height?
Yes, I'm talking about size wise. Daniel Craig and Henry Cavill are huge.
Yeah, but Daniel Craig.
And
but
Henry
Daniel Craig
Cavill
was
can
the
do it
shortest
for a
Bond.
while because he's
I'm
39.
not talking about height. The man's huge.
He is big. Yeah. But yeah, he's only 39, so he can do James
Yeah,
Bond for a
he
while.
can do 10, not
10.
10.
10.
I didn't.
He got
I
him
didn't,
playing James Bond too. He's 65.
I didn't put the quantifier after that. Years is what I was going to say.
Oh.
10 years. What's that?
But that
4
only
movies,
counts
maybe?
if
4 or 5.
one, they cast him as Bond,
That's
and
true.
then they have to start shooting right away because you did just say he's 40,
Yeah.
which means that
Well, he would be turning 40. Yeah.
we would only get like 2 good movies out of him. I would rather get more movies.
Well, everybody
Yeah.
that we wanted
But
to
I
play James
mean-
Bond is approaching 40 now.
But I mean, the youngest one they cast was Sean Connery, but he was in his 30s too, though, right?
No, I'm saying he can be in his 30s, but I'm saying is Cavill. All right, so let's say they cast Cavill now.
Yeah.
You still got to write the movie,
Right.
shoot the movie, so he'll
Yeah.
be like 42, 43.
Right. By the time the movie come out, yeah.
You're not gonna get that many movies out of him.
Yeah, you probably will only get 3.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Maybe.
No,
So-
you can get 3. That last one is gonna be rough, but you can get 3.
Talking about this, I'm just thinking, I was like, man, that's a wasted potential of Superman movies. So
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
All of it is a waste. Everything
Yeah.
DC, you figure like we had good casting.
He
for
played
most of it.
Superman 3 times.
And I don't even mind Man of Steel. We could have kept that and continued.
Man of Steel
from
was
there.
not
Man,
bad.
it was.
You
I
know-
mean, they could have made it a little less moody.
Yeah, but it was not
fine.
bad.
No, it wasn't a bad
No.
movie. It's
Especially after the return of Superman. Oh
Mm.
my.
Oh, with Brandon Ralph.
Yes. That movie was so bad. When they said Man of Steel was coming out, I was just like, I'm done.
Yeah.
Yeah, wasted potential. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Any other? Let's jump back to Man from U.N.C.L.E. See,
Yeah, any other
there's
facts?
really not much to talk about here. We keep talking about other movies.
That was my last random movie fact.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
It didn't do well in box office. All right.
What was the other movies that it came out against?
Ant-Man.
Yeah, everybody saw it, man.
Yep.
That was after what? Age of Ultron.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it was a whole bunch of other stuff where I was like, it was like 4 movies. I was like, yeah. I could definitely see why this one didn't make money.
Hmm. Yeah, it would have had to come out like during the pandemic when nothing else was coming out. It would have made money.
It's better than Red Notice.
Well, I mean,
I forgot about Red Notice. Until you just mentioned it. And I quickly thought like,
Well, you
who was
said
in it?
during the pandemic, and I thought of like.
Oh, well,
yeah,
no,
it
this
came
is
out
no.
during
This is better than Red Notice.
well, I mean, just about
Hands down.
anything's better than Red Notice, correct?
Yes,
Yeah,
Well, we seen some bad movies last year, so
that's true.
it's a lot of bad movies.
While she's looking it up, I guess we can get to nitpicks. I mentioned the relationship thing.
Right. I mentioned Cavill will be super duper dead.
Yeah, after being electrocuted. Yes.
him actually slowing down the car? No.
Yeah, I couldn't figure that out. Now, does he have like some sort of
I guess he
superpower?
doesn't.
Super
He
steroids?
How'd
or
he rip the
something?
trunk off the car though?
But and didn't it made it seem like he was sort of like the $1 Million
And then he
Man or
threw
something,
it.
right?
Yes. He
Yeah,
threw
and they
it.
didn't follow
I'm
up on
pretty
that.
sure. I don't care how buff I am. I don't think I can throw a trunk. Like,
Yeah. It's like it was like I was waiting for them to give out more on that because even when Solo was saying like, "Hey man, this dude is super strong
yeah.
for what he did to this car," and they was just
Mhm.
like, "No, there's nobody like that." You know,
You
you're,
got the Russian
you-
super soldier serum.
I mean,
but they never expound
is,
on it.
I mean, but is he really a super soldier,
I have no idea.
or was that just a scene in the movie?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That was a little weird. I don't know.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was
If
stuff like that.
anything, my dude don't have no shoes.
Yeah, because he was being dragged behind the car.
Yeah.
And then Gabby's character just didn't really have much personality.
No.
They didn't really give her much to do,
Yeah.
and she zero personality
Yeah,
through it.
Yeah.
I don't know what they did with that character.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that whole thing where I'm saying like there was lack of character development is just nothing. It's just like even when Gabby double crossed him, I was just like,
Mhm.
because I don't know nothing about her. I don't care
Yeah.
anything about her.
Yeah, I didn't have any feeling for her character.
Yeah, I guess it's like I found myself
But
kind of interested in the story,
Mhm.
but
yeah.
not being moved by anything happening in the movie.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like if something drastic happened to her, I would have been like, "Oh, okay."
Mm-hmm.
And I was more invested in Cavill's and Hammer's characters than anything.
Yeah.
Because, like, when he was being tortured, I was like, I know he's going to come in and save him, right? And then, like, that long period of time, I'm like,
Right.
he's getting out of this, right? But, yeah, I was not invested in her character at all. Like I said, when she double-crossed him, I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I should have had a bigger reaction to that. And I was just like, oh, why did she do that? You know, like that was my thought process of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right. Any other nitpicks from you guys?
No, I think that was it. That was probably like my biggest.
Dude drown.
Oh, when they were that scene. Can we talk about that scene for a little bit?
Oh, okay. So they escaped the little Italian facility, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they're like running around on a boat. All the gates are closed, so they can't leave the city. So they're just like riding around on this boat, being shot at.
Yeah.
And then then Henry Cavill's character jumps off.
And I was like, they don't chase after him. They just keep chasing the boat.
Right, like that's like riding around in circles or for no reason. Just I guess
it was meant to be silly though.
It was.
Yeah, but it was too stupid.
And then I was like, if they couldn't get out before, how did they get out?
Because apparently they only closed the gate on the water, but I guess the exit on land is open.
That's one of those movie things that just you don't explain how it happens.
It
like,
let's
moving on. Moving on.
Because I was like, everything is still sealed off. They don't get out.
Yeah. Yeah, because how would they get out of the water?
But dude drowns, though. He was in the underwater way.
Also, he drove the truck into the water, and he rolled the window up first. And I'm like, that
was dumb. I was like, well, then how are you going to equalize the pressure?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. And I'm like, am I being thinking too smart for my own good? But I'm like, you need your windows down, bro. Otherwise, you can't open the door. Yeah. But then I don't know. It's a wind down window. Would that be easy?
But see, if he rolls it up, but now he got to let the car fill up with water before he can open the door.
That's true. And then you're going to be hit with all that force of the water coming into the car. Yes. Possibly could knock you out. Like, let's not pretend that water's not like a huge concussive force. So that was dumb. You drive into the water with your windows down. Not suggesting anyone drive their vehicles in.
But that's another myth in movies and TV shows.
One that you can punch through a window, and then two.
Yeah.
Well, I never.
No, it's like all the time. Like all the time, they drive the car into water and get out the car so easily.
Yeah. Especially when it's like it's all closed off, and the thing is, if there's air in the car and it's all closed off, you're not going to be able to open that door until it equalizes.
It has to fill up.
It will have to fill up with water, meaning you're going to be further underwater and you're probably screwed.
Okay. I finally found it.
Okay.
Ant-Man, Inside Out, Mission Impossible, Rogue Nation, Straight Outta Compton.
Mission Impossible beat this out as the spy movie.
Yeah.
So those are all major movies that came out.
And Straight Outta Compton.
Yeah.
And then Inside Out, the Pixar movie.
Yeah. So that wasn't the same week, but
the families went to Ant-Man and then Inside Out.
Yes.
And then you had Straight Outta Compton for everybody else. And then if you wanted to see a spy movie, you were going to see Mission Impossible.
And everybody was still seeing MCU movies. Yeah. So Ant-Man.
Yeah. So not the same week, but that summer is what this included. So if I'm watching movies that summer, I'm not watching this.
Yeah. Wow, I've seen all those.
Yep.
But you didn't see this.
Didn't see this.
No.
Yeah.
Now I know why I made money.
Yeah.
Yeah. It would have definitely been the last option.
All right.
Definitely.
All right. So are we ready to rate it then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. I'm rating this Watch While Folding Clothes. It's kind of one of those movies. Yeah. I don't mind the movie. Like I said, it's quote unquote entertaining.
Yeah, it's entertaining.
Yeah.
But I don't hate it. So I wouldn't put it like a super low rating, but it's not great.
See, that's the thing. He's right, because I can't make it lower because I didn't hate it.
Yeah.
But it's not really a good movie.
Yeah, it could be better.
See, like, I would give it Watch While Folding Clothes, but the thing is like, I want to rewatch it.
Do you?
Because I'm like, I feel like I missed some things.
There's nothing to miss.
There's nothing to miss in here.
Literally.
But then it's just like, I feel like after I watch it.
While you watch it? Maybe that's why you missed it.
I was cleaning up while I was watching.
I actually was folding clothes.
What did I?
Where I started folding clothes while I was watching.
I was cleaning up and cooking while I was watching this.
You still didn't miss anything. Maybe why he thought the desk girl was the one that portrayed him. Because
that's
true.
Didn't make any sense.
Yeah. Because, I didn't see the beginning of that scene. I didn't see him pour anything or anything. I just saw when he put the glass down into the statue's hand.
You didn't see, because he was like, how would you know I was going to choose the scotch? And she's like,
heard that
poisoned
part.
all of them.
Yeah.
Oh, it's such a waste of alcohol.
Yeah.
Now
I heard that
the
part.
rest of them out, unless you're just going to save it for the next.
Hey, that guarantees that you poured, because he was just like, how did you know I was going to get the scotch? So like, I poisoned all of them. Yeah.
Right? Because
how you know he was going to drink?
Now that's the question.
She offered him a drink though.
Yeah, but he could have said no. Then what?
Pour it anyway.
Well, you can't make him drink it.
No, but pour it anyway, hand it to him, and see if he might be inclined to drink.
But again, he's a spy, and she said it herself. You trust it more if you pour it yourself.
True.
She pours it and hands it to him. He already knows she's the bad guy.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
You know what? There wasn't any spy gadgets in this movie.
Why would it?
Gadgets?
There's gadgets in the show.
They picked a lock.
Anybody can pick a lock.
And a vault that had nothing in it.
Ridiculous.
And then you had the grappling hook.
Batman got a grappling hook. What are you talking about?
Grappling hooks are real, though. I don't know. It's not like much of a. I mean, like, not Batman grappling hook, but you know.
It might exist.
I mean, actually, you could fire one. It's not impossible.
Will it support your weight though?
A grappling hook?
Yeah, why not?
Firing one like how Batman does it though?
And like a gun?
If you have the right cable, yeah.
Yeah, cables are strong.
But in a gun that small?
Oh no,
no, it'd be huge.
No, yeah, I wasn't talking. The hook is going to be huge. I don't know why.
Did they do that on MythBusters?
Yeah,
it was huge.
Yeah.
I think we talked about that a few episodes ago about like the stuff that Batman uses in his belt.
Oh,
does
fitting in his utility belt.
Does not fit
because I was
in his
complaining
belt.
about him putting chicken soup in his.
I forgot.
Right, when we reviewed the animated series.
He did have chicken soup in his, and he pulled it out like a full thermos.
He pulled out a full thermos. This dude was flipping around and fighting with a thermos strapped to his belt.
Okay, so yeah, the Man from U.N.C.L.E. I just feel it's extremely mid. Mm-hmm. Like it's extra mid.
It's definitely a meh kind of movie.
Yeah, it's watch while folding clothes, but it's extra watch while folding clothes. It's a 6 out of 10. Like
watch anything else while you're folding clothes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, it's the Man from U.N.C.L.E.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Any other thoughts or notes on this?
No, that was it.
That's it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, then that's our review of the Man from U.N.C.L.E. or the man called Uncle, as I have said. No, he's not called. Okay. So, the Man from U.N.C.L.E. As always, we would like to remind you guys to like and subscribe if you enjoy our podcast and check out our other things on the channel. And of course, we will catch you next time.